How my cis marriage destroyed my family. I come from a very rural background, where my family's income is no more than 5 Indian rupees lakh per annum. My dad is like a Sufi. He doesn't think much about the future or material things. He believes in living in the moment, which I admire but also worry about sometimes. In April 2024, my sister got married. It was a huge event because my dad has a good reputation in the village and many guests attended. The marriage cost around 15 Indian rupees lakh. We didn't have any savings or property, so we had to take loans and borrow money from local moneylenders, sahukars, who charge high interest rates, anywhere between 5 to 10%. My family hoped that once I graduated, I'd land a job and help pay off all the loans. But life hasn't turned out that way. I graduated from a Tier 3 college where there were no placement opportunities. I've tried everything, applying off-campus, taking courses, and preparing for interviews, but I still haven't managed to secure a job. It feels like I've let my family down. One thing that hurts deeply is that I couldn't even attend my sister's marriage. At the time, I was studying in Karnataka, and I didn't have enough money to travel to Bihar. While everyone else was celebrating, I sat alone in my hostel, trying not to cry. Now things have gotten worse. My dad is under immense stress because of the loans. His income isn't enough to make the monthly payments, and the interest keeps piling up. On top of that, my mom is scheduled for an operation at AIMS in a few months. She's been suffering from an undiagnosed illness for the past 20 years. The district hospital couldn't figure it out, so now we're pinning all our hopes on AIMS. Whenever I hear my mom's voice on the phone, I break down. It's been weeks, sometimes months, since I've called her because it's too painful to hear her suffering. Back home, my little brother and sister are still in the village. My mom is in Delhi for her treatment, and I'm in Karnataka, trying to support my dad while searching for a job. Yesterday, my little sister called me, and I could hear something wasn't right in her voice. She eventually told me they didn't have anything to eat that night. They'd been surviving on puffed rice murmura. I felt horrible because, at that very moment, I was eating a proper meal. I immediately called a few friends and managed to gather 1,000 Indian rupees, which I sent to my sister. But it's just a temporary fix. The weight of my family's struggles feels unbearable sometimes. I'm sharing this because I want others to be careful about taking loans for things like marriages or dowry. It's so hard to deal with the aftermath. And if anyone reading this can help me find a job, it would mean everything to me and my family. I just want to help them and give them the life they deserve.